considering we're on Christmas break. Tip is controlled and knocked away, and immediately they're going to have a layup off a tip that just went straight to the Tigers, and scoring was Anaya James off of the wacky tip. Marin now's got to do something with it, has a high screen for Rockwood, goes around the screen, goes away from it. Here's Marin going to the basket, slow-mos, and it's smacked out of there and blocked by Marina Radachai. And Gauchos will have 4 on the shot clock, so they've got to shoot immediately. Marin throws it over to Rockwood, looking for a back to handoff to Marin. Marin's got it to shoot this. Step back 3 by Marin, and she hits it well! Incredible shot from Alyssa Marin with the shot clock winding down. Marin being hounded by Liz Smith, and Smith takes it away from her. There she goes, and she stays back there. Smith going behind the back pass, and back to Smith again, and an excellent play there. Smith to Ward, back to Smith, and Smith doing what she does. That's pick the pocket of Alyssa Marin. Junior transfer, and she's in the game now. Here she comes to get it. Peach with it, turning the corner. Step back free throw jumper by Peach, and it's wet right down the middle. Picks up full court. Excellent defensive player. Radachai with it on the back door for Smith, and Smith's wide open for a layup. Here's Burke, left wing, reversing it for Zoe Border. Zoe Border driving to the rim, backs out, fires it away. Here's Skylar Burke, wide open for 3, and she rattles it in. Peach calling out the plays. Here comes Burke, left wing. Burke nearly traveled, turns the other way, hop steps, runs out of room, decides to just turn the fade away, and she's going to get the roll. So good decision there by Skylar Burke, and she scores, and it's 10-11 Pacific. And she missed the layup. Here's James pushing with it. James a step back, mid-range 2. Back rim no good, rebound Skylar Burke. She keeps it away from Glacier. Burke a one-handed Patrick Mahomes pass all the way to Jessica Grant. And Grant's going to fire a 3, and she's going to lace it. You can't give her that room. Pacific lacks on defense, forgetting the scouting report. And Jessica Grant gives the Gauchos a 13-11 lead. Shot a fade away from the right block, and that's no good. Here's Skylar Burke pushing, swerving around. Going towards the basket, bumping and grinding. Back for Flora Go at a 6-foot shot. Wow, what a shot. And that's going to force a timeout by head coach Bradley Davis, who's trying to stop this Gaucho run. Screen, throws it down for Glacier, and Glacier another flat-angled shot. And Glacier is very, very tall, but shoots very flat. And she missed it. Here comes Jessica Grant. Had a look at a 3. Here's Peach going to fire a corner 3, and it's good. Take the spot of Aziz Al-Shair. Here's Burke again with it, and this is a mini press off the sideline inbounds. And here's Jessica Grant, finds herself open again, and it's butter. Peach is with it. Now here's Skylar Burke. Here she goes. She's going to have a look at this, and she pulls up from 30 at the horn, and she banks it in. But will it count? It's good for now. They're going to have to go back and look at it. But it counts for now as Skylar Burke steals the possession, dribbles it full length of the basketball court, and for now, knocks down a 30-foot bank shot at the horn. And unfortunately, the shot's not going to count, as the officials just now have ruled that she got the shot off late. So that'll take a little bit of wind out of the Gauchos' sails. And now here come Pacific again. Low pass caught up by Radachai and goes to the rim. Choice didn't want to foul her. Kind of got out the way. Second quarter after the media timeout. Here's a 3-man weave. They're doing it on the top of the key. Peach is now with it on the left wing. Now dribbling over the top of the key. Oh, wow. Flora Goen is wide open. A blown coverage by Pacific out of the timeout. And an excellent play drawn up by Renee Jimenez on the side out of bounds. And here's Alyssa Marin with it as the Gauchos have the first possession. Skylar Burke's got a mid-range shot off the corner and needs a roll, doesn't get it. Rockwood puts it back up and in. So Rockwood scratches for the first time today. Here are the Tigers on the attack, and backdoor pass stolen away by Rockwood. Knocks it away. Here comes Skylar Burke into the game. Here is Border going to the basket, spins around, finds herself wide open for a layup, and it's good. As she finishes with her offhand. Inbound it right baseline of the basket. Here is James with it. James driving to her left side, and nice layup off the glass for her. On the left side, finishes with her right hand under the defense. They finally get a field goal. Here's Burke with it. They're giving her a right hand. They're forcing her to help defense. It's not going to matter as she bowls over Sydney Ward. Nia Lowry. Now Burke is in it again. Nearly raked it away and stole it on the ground. Here is Sydney Ward. Cross-court pass to Smith. 11 on the shot clock. Here is Smith driving. Cut off. Oh, goes right under the defense and gets the roll. Reverse layup is good by Liz Smith. As she squirmed on the sideline, toe tapped like Michael Jackson. Pulls it back, spins around for Bradley trailing. Bradley's going to go to the layup and left-hand layup. Oh, a nice try by Bradley. With the rebound, she's blocked, goes on the other side, and she finds better success that way. So good perseverance by Laura Rockwood, who's crashing the offensive glass, was blocked once, didn't deter, and she finished on the other side of the rim. Back out for Zoe Border, drives to the rim. She's cut off. Back to Skylar Burke. Burke keeping her dribble alive as she was fouled, nearly threw it away, and chases her own. What in the world was that? She just threw a three-pointer in, falling down, nearly hitting the deck after nearly turning it over. She just broke the matrix. As Smith now has it, 14 on the shot clock. Smith dribbling around a free throw line jumper is good. And finally she scratches after a lot of time off. Telling you right now, that was one of those just, you got to scratch your head as Burke goes to the rim again and scores. They leave her alone again. This is the Skylar Burke game. Here's Border with it now, driving to her left, gets in the paint and scores and one. Zoe Border waltzed into the lane and was hacked and fouled, and she's going to have a chance for one more. And the Gauchos now have exploded to a 43-27 lead. Here's James now going towards the basket, and good Gaucho defense, but a rebound by Fotua, and she rolls it in over the glass. So good job there by Tyler Fotua. James now finds herself wide open for a mid-range shot, back rim, and she gets the roll. So Anaya James starting to get going now. Border's not the quickest, but they made her look like Russell Westbrook how fast she was going. Oh, what a block by Flora Goed! Stuffs her like Santa Claus is going to do on the 25th. And it's out of bounds off Pacific. Excellent play by Flora Goed. Here's Marin with it now as she goes right towards the basket, and she's going to get it up, and she's going to make the basket and one! Extremely bad defense by Pacific, as on a dead ball, Marin took it and ran coast to coast like she was returning a kickoff and went right to the basket and scored. Plus the contact, and she's going to go to the line for one more. Border now against Elliot. Here comes James now, dribbling with it against Skylar Burke. A little push off there. They don't call it. James, a turnaround fadeaway, no good. Here is Elliot on the glass, clutching it and putting it back up and in. They need a dribble handoff, looking for a backdoor. It's not there. Here's Burke with it off the left wing. Burke dribbling around, pulls up a free throw line jumper and knocks it down. The Skylar Burke game continues. Gauchos back up by 16. And this time another breakdown for the Gauchos. Cross-court pass in the corner. Lines up the triple. Now there we go. Stella Sabo off the bench. And Pacific knocks down their first three-pointer of the game. And that right there may be just about it for Pacific, dashing any hope for a comeback. And here's Skylar Burke nearly getting another steal. Here's Elliot hounding, and wow, great shot there by Liz Elliott as she was harassed by multiple Gauchos. Marin's got to take her. Marin dancing behind the back, crossing over, gets around the defense, manipulating, fires up for Border, turns down the three, and it's going to be Burke for a mid-range shot, and she's going to knock it down from the left corner. So good ball movement by the Gauchos. Border had a good shot, passed it up for a better one. The Gauchos back up 58-42. James behind the back dribble, pulls the mid-range shot. There you go, Anaya James, excuse me. And they're going to pressure the ball. And a great break of the press by Rockwood, getting it to Marin. Marin's going to have to pull this out. Slow it down, Alyssa. 1:47 on the shot clock, on the game clock. And they're hounding Skylar Burke near the logo. Burke's just going to take off with it. Down for Olivia Bradley. And Bradley spins around and gets a layup to go. So a broken play. Gauchos tried to use clock, but they were double-teaming the ball wherever it went. And the Gauchos decided to just go and score. Here's Elliot again, and she's going to spin and miss a layup. And that should just about do it here. We're going to see a couple double teams on Skylar Burke to try and get a possession or two stolen. Burke's going to run around near the half-court line, and then she's going to throw it away. Smith got another steal. Here goes James to the basket, pauses, and she floats it up and in. Burke is just going to hold it. And how appropriate that it's Burke with the ball in her hands last after the game that she had Gauchos are going to win this game 63-50. Game ball obviously goes to none other than Skylar Burke.